We're not going to get Rahul to leave so early. We've got a whole lot of questions. It's going to be a mix of hot talk and coffee with K Rahman, coffee with Rahul Dravid. Rahul, the mic is all yours.
Thank you.
And, all right. Okay. Did you all enjoy? You have a whole lot of questions, right? You have a lot of questions which you want to ask Rahul Dravid, and I'm going to do that. All right, Rahul, first question. Let's talk about leadership. First, we're going to take a little look at the video. Take a look at this, and then comes the question. Oh, yes. Now, you've been quite a leader yourself. What do you think is the most critical aspect towards becoming an effective leader?
I'd say leading, being a leader, one of the most important things I feel is that you've got to lead by example. I think people, it's, someone said this, 6 or 7 leaders who lead by example, who don't have to be led, don't have to be told. And I think that's what, I believe helps good teams and builds good teams, is that the ability to lead by example.
You told us about a whole lot of changes which happened, you were dropped, and who was one man who was very instrumental and who gave you an advice, and it actually changed the mindset, and of course you went on to change gear and get into the mold?
I think, I definitely think my, like I said a little bit in that, is that, I had a couple of friends and my parents as well who were very positive during that period. I felt quite disillusioned, and I think I felt that people had been wrong towards me. And I think sometimes you can get caught up by listening to the media and listening to the press, because a lot of the press was being very critical of the selectors at that stage and saying, why should Rahul be dropped, and he's done quite well.
All right, now this is a very, very important question. How do you manage when you come across a situation where you need to keep team's interest ahead of the individual interest?
It's a team game. Cricket has always been a team game. It's attracted me because it's been a team game. I've always loved team sport. I played hockey in school as well. I think the key to recognize, I think the key at that situation is to find joy in the success of the team. The challenge of good leadership, and we spoke of leadership earlier. I think that's another important quality of leadership, of recognizing that in teams, or especially in cricket teams, and I'm not sure how much it is relevant here, but in cricket teams, people have to put the team's interest before the self. And I think leadership, recognizing that, is very, very important.
And absolutely. And here we've got teams which have total faith in their members, and of course, they make their teams proud, like you made India proud. So let's give ourselves a big round of applause. Very well done, guys. Very good. Okay, now I want you to take a look at this screen, because there's something really special coming up. Take a look at this.
Yeah, that was beautifully caressed away down the ground. What a shot. Oh, that's a cut shot that's gone 5. It's gone for 4 as well. And there's the double 100 for Vivian Laxman. He's got it through. That's a fantastic century. Rahul Dravid.
Well, partnerships. Who can forget Australia? You and BPS Lakshman, historic. Tell us about it. How important are partnerships?
Oh, I mean, you can never achieve great things like that, and you can never be part of lovely and fantastic moments, and moments that you'll cherish, all your life. I think that's something that both me and Lakshman always remember, and I think it's something that, though we don't talk about it a lot, it's not that we, talk about when we meet each other, but I think, there is that there is that bond between us, and it's been forged because of this partnership, because of the support and that we gave each other through this partnership. I mean, both of us had various illnesses leading into this partnership. Lakshman had a very bad back, had a back injury just before the game. I was not well and I hadn't practiced, both leading into the test match. So we were both quite not fully well during this game. And it was, I think it was that support that we gave each other, the backing that we gave each other. We kept pushing each other right through this partnership. We were up against Australia and they were a good side. Our confidence was low. But it was amazing for us, and it's amazing for me to see that how if two people get together and can back each other and support each other and get through a difficult period, how the Australians' body language and how their confidence and how their whole game plan completely dropped after tea on the fourth day.
Absolutely.
And I remember telling Lakshman, I said, we've got these guys now, we've got them. And then obviously Harbhajan Singh the next day bowled fantastically to take 7 wickets and we won the game. And I think, both of us really acknowledge Harbhajan's contribution in that as well, because while both of us are recognized for this a lot, in this, especially this test match, I think it was Harbhajan's sort of 12, 13 wickets in the test match that won us the test match the next day, that made this partnership even more memorable. So partnerships working together in cricket are important. There's a lot of conversations that we have with each other. A lot of times people ask me, what it is that you talk to each other in the middle, what it is you talk to each other in the middle. So a lot of times we're talking to each other about what we're going to have for dinner, or some of the young boys will also be looking around and saying which girl is nice in the crowd also. But I don't do that. A lot of the only young boys. But we also give each other a lot of support, and we, you help the other person out, and I think you might tell someone like, look, I think you got to be more careful, or this bowler is doing this thing. So it's a nice time to plan strategy and having that support, because you are 2 against 11 in cricket. You are the 2 of you against 11 people, and being able to. You need the support of your partner to be able to do or have partnerships like that.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, partnerships really work and they rock. It's like every region, the partnership with the head office is very essential. I think this partnership rocks. So, you guys are doing fantastically well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we have another very, very important AV. Just take a look at this and we'll talk about it. All right, you started off as a test player and you went on to become a one-day international player, then T20. Consistently, you've been performing. What's the secret behind this?
I think the secret was about looking to constantly improve, constantly get better. I think I've always wanted to push myself and see how good I could become.